Hi there, and welcome to the secret room. Well, not so secret if you're a regular viewer and you watch my videos all the way through, because a couple videos ago, I kind of went in here. So, if you're one of the people that watched the Walt Disney Collection video, one, thank you. That one unfortunately didn't get as many eyes on it as I was hoping, especially where that's one that I put a lot of time into. But I am I am Aaron, and welcome to the first official Secret Room Chronicles for the Movie Club. If you're new here, welcome. If this is your if you're here for a long time and you're coming in, thank you so much. You're going to see I'm drinking something different tonight. I'm actually having orange juice. I'm being all healthy because I wanted to have a different drink. Hey, Chet. How's it going, man? I want to have a different drink for the for in here. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you probably know that I separate my movies and my TV stuff and some other collectibles into two separate rooms. Normally, when you come in here, when you come into my channel, what you'll see is I'll be sitting on my little like love seat couch thing downstairs, and then this is what you don't see. This is the spot that you don't get into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this like pretty free flow. It's my first time doing this, doing it in here. But I had like a couple kind of ideas. We'll do like a tour of the room. We can actually get into looking at some stuff. We can talk about some different things. There was some gaming news over the last couple days. Hey, Murdersville. There was some movie news, some stuff that I wanted to talk about. If you are coming here because you heard me on the Just to This podcast a while back, then just to let you know, I'm actually going to be taping another one of those with Brian this evening for sometime next month. So I will be coming up again on Just to This, and per usual, I am kind of the vinegar syndrome guy for so far for the channel. So that's my claim to fame there. So guys, you seem pretty quiet. I got a hi from Murdersville in chat, which is good. That's a start. But hopefully this is going to go well. I did make a video last night. I was going to make a video last night, and I got to like, it's kind of silly, but I don't like to jinx myself. Hey, Corey, man. So what I'll do is I'll wait until a video hits a certain amount of views, and I'll say, okay, the viewers aren't tired of me now. Looks like I can make something else. No word of a lie. That's really my mindset, my thinking when it goes through there. So here we go. This is the secret room, the TV room, the room that a lot of people don't see. Got the nice shirt on today. Yeah, I actually this my first day wearing this. I bought this when I was visiting my dad, and I took a shirt out, and I realized that the shirt was on top of the stuff that I packed, right? And the cat, we have 3 cats, had nested, lied down. Yes, this is the TV collection room, and Murdersville. I will be showing the entire collection all over. So I got there, and I looked, and it was covered in cat hair. So I had to go out, and we were going around shopping with the Tip Top, which is a store here in Canada, Tip Top Tailor, and grabbed a couple shirts there, a couple pairs of jeans from Urban Planet, and la-da. So, as you can see a bit of the TV room here behind me. He's not getting this one. This one cost me a lot, man. So you can see a little tiny taste of the stuff that's on there. And one of the shows you see, half man, half cat. I kind of like that, actually. Catman. Is the show Sliders, which right there. So that's the entire series Sliders. Now, it's kind of fortuitous that Sliders is behind me right now, as it was one of my favorite science fiction shows early on. The creator of Sliders actually was a science fiction show shot in, I think, Vancouver. And it starred Jerry O'Connell and, of course, fantastic cast. So this was a show. And basically it was like a series that dealt with parallel universes. So he creates this thing, a sliding, will slide between universes where basically things are different in each universe. And for the first couple of seasons, this series was gold, man. It was money. And Sabrina Lloyd was in it. We got, of course, oh my God, Arturo. How can I forget your name? John Rice Davies. John Rice Davies. And Cleavon Little there. Now, this would change over the years. This would go from being on its regular channel to going onto the Sci-Fi Network. The Sci-Fi Network would be the kiss of death for this show. They would take off Sabrina Lloyd's character, for she was not apparently sexy enough to stay on the show. She was probably one of the hearts of the show. They would actually even eventually take off the lead actor from the series. That's a killer, man. Murdersville, when it goes all over, when it goes scheduled all over, especially if they're not showing them. I'm not sure if they show them in the right order. That happens a lot of the time too. And they even got rid of Arturo because John Rice Davies was pretty much like, he said, this isn't the show I signed up for. It became like really super science fiction-y with these chrome egg like aliens that just didn't fit into the way the series was meant to go. And Slaughter's was created by Tracy Torme, who was a writer on Star Trek The Next Generation in the first couple of seasons. He decided he really didn't like the way that Star Trek was going at that point in time. And he said, shag this, I'm going to make my own show. And that became Sliders. The reason is kind of neat to look at this right now before I show you around or anything like that. This might be coming back. There has been some talk in the last day or so that there are talks right now to bring this series, Sliders, back to revive the show. The show ran for 5 seasons. I'm assuming Jerry O'Connell. I don't think he's doing anything right now, right? He's had a bunch of shows. I guess if for later viewers or younger viewers, Crossing Jordan is probably what they're going to remember him from, stuff like that. Or maybe when he did those crossovers in Las Vegas, that type of thing, right? Same character. But I've never really watched Crossing Jordan, but I know. Actually, I'm hoping it's the same cast because they've spoken. I know that John Rice Davies has mentioned it. And Jerry O'Connell. I think Jerry O'Connell and John Rice Davies, 2 of the original cast members mentioned it. So it looks like it could be coming back with hopefully some of, if not all of the original cast. I would really like to see Sabrina Lloyd come back. She was if you're a fan of the show Numbers, for instance, there was a show that used to come on called Numbers. She was actually in the first season of that as well. She was actually one of the lead girls in the first season of that. Now, just to show you how different Sliders would become, and don't worry, we will get into seeing this entire room. So if you're not impatient and you actually stay with me today, you'll get to see all that. This is the cast of the last season of Sliders. If nobody except for this guy, who for some reason they've chosen to put in the background, looks familiar, there's a reason for that. They pretty much lost their entire cast except for what's Cleavon's character's name? Cleavon Derricks, right? Cleavon Derricks is his real name. What's his character's name though? If anybody knows Sliders and knows, I can't remember. I know that he was a singer, and he was called the Crying Man. It was kind of his gimmick. But if you're a fan of hey Mark, how's it going? I'm in the secret room, the TV room. You'll see that there's a new girl. She was added in the last season, and this is Carrie Wurz. Oh, hey, Movie Mac. It's good to have you back, dude. You know Sliders? This might be coming back. Not this iteration, I hope, but Sliders nonetheless. Carrie Wurz came the 3rd or 4th season, and she was considered. It's not her fault, but they thought she was super pretty. So they put her in it, and they took Sabrina Lloyd out because apparently, if you put 2 attractive girls in a cast at one time, it explodes. I'm guessing that's what happens because that's the only thing that makes any logical sense. So there's a lot of stuff to look at and a lot of things, not just TV shows in there. So that you guys can get a bit of a peek. Let me see if I can actually turn this thing around here. And if you didn't realize it before, I kind of got a Superman obsession. I'm a huge fan of that. So I am going to eventually, we're going to look around at everything that's here. Hey, Brian. And when it comes to this room, I have no idea. Actually, Mark, I wish I knew. The last count, and I don't have everything, was around, I don't know. I got like around 4,000 put into my database. If I ever find out, I will let you know. The secret room has been penetrated. Actually, that's my. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I'll show you something. The good thing about this room is it's smaller, so everything is kind of within arm's reach. So this is my Star Trek: The Next Generation placard, sign. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I just don't have it put up yet. So that's going to go somewhere on the empty wall right now. Chris Reeves is Superman. So anytime, oh, they are? Excellent. Anytime that you see me come on here, hey, Wolfman, what's up? And you'll see me like wearing a mask or having like movies like VHS or anything, any of that stuff, any prop type of stuff that comes up, it comes from this room. This is like the room where I keep like a lot of my other stuff. Ooh. I won't do. Let me know when you're doing your video. I will make sure that I do not clash with your video, Movie Mac. That way, your grand unboxing is like is not going to be bothered by me. I do. I actually have 2 rooms plus there's the cases upstairs. Sons of Katie Outer. I love the Sons of Katie Outer. Everybody say, what's the that's actually the complete original Kung Fu series. Unfortunately, the Legend Continues is not yet out on completely on DVD as far as I know. There was a series called Kung Fu Legend Continues, was shot in Toronto, Ontario. I think it's Ontario. This is the original one with David Carradine. I am Kane. I will help you. Exactly. And I was a huge fan of this show. I got this set actually at a flea market for I think around $4, which I think was a pretty good deal. It was actually unopened at the time that I got it. Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Warlock is definitely a fan. Earl Holliman. Do I have the TV show Monk? I don't. I wish I did. The Earl Holliman I remember mostly from Policewoman, because he was the co-star with Angie Dickinson of the series Policewoman. Now Burt Convy was in it at the beginning, at the pilot, but then Earl Holliman took over for the series. Yeah, it was like one of those it was a period show, and it's followed the line along the lines of what you'd see with the Fugitive or the Incredible Hulk, right? Of basically going from town to town helping people, and with Kung Fu added in there. The series, of course, infamously, everybody knows this now, so I won't go touch too much on it. Was created, of course, by Bruce Lee. It was his show that he wanted to do. It was going to be his starring vehicle for network TV, and he pretty much told Bruce Lee that he wasn't the right fit for the show he created. They were going to go a different way with it, and they got David Carradine, who did fantastic in it. Unfortunately, do you remember the TV Superman? Yeah, George Reeves. is right. I'll show you right here. Why are they out of order? I hate when that happens. So this here, I got all 5 seasons. Oh, 6 seasons. So the last 2 are in like double sets. So this is George Reeves. So there's Christopher Reeve and George Reeves. He Carradine killed it, but he kind of wasn't the person that was supposed to be in the role. The Water Margin. I don't remember that one. So it might have been Murdersville, but I haven't seen it. Depends on like. So this was the original actor in the series. Unfortunately, we've all seen the we've heard what happened to him, and we saw the film with Ben Affleck and that. This is a really good show, and the first season of this specifically is very much shot like it's shot in black. Only the later seasons are in color. This is in black and white, and it's very much kind of like film noirish, very dark episodes of this show. So if you think you're going to get like hokey, cheesy all the time, I'm sure you're going to get some of that. But especially in the early episodes, there's some pretty dark material, some really kind of cool stuff. The film is called Hollywoodland, yes, and definitely worth checking out. By the way, he does a great job. But yeah, I do definitely recommend it. Now this one here, it's neat because it has the theatrical one on here, which would come on TV afterwards, called Superman and the Mole Man, which is Christopher Reeves. Now the original Superman for like, no petting in the suit. Oh, it's all Christopher Reeves, barrel-chested Christopher Reeves. George Reeves. But the original one, of course, was Kirk Alyn, who was a dancer actually, and he played Superman in the first serial, maybe first serial, maybe 2 serials. I think it was one serial. But Kurt Allen, and Kurt Allen because he's pretty much the first one that had that. He's got the kind of a little bit curlier hair. He's a little bit leaner, and he's got a bit of the twirl thing going on. So I'm a huge fan of Superman. That's why you see Smallville over in the background, Lois and Clark, Superboy, the complete first season of that. I got this unfortunately is the only season of Superboy to ever make it onto a physical copy that's sold directly in the stores. Now, if you're thinking, wait, I got the other season, you probably do, but you probably got it through Warner Archives. It didn't actually go into the actual seasons. This is the only season here with John James Newton, who was let go after the first season. What's my least favorite Superman kind of show? There's an easy way to say that, really. Because there's been a couple theories when it comes to the character of Superman. I'll get back to Superman in a second. Sorry. But there's the one where Superman is the character and Clark Kent is who he is. And there's the other one where Superman is like who he is and Clark Kent is the character. I've been reading Superman since I've been able to read, and watching the shows and cartoons and stuff like that. Clark Kent is the person, and Superman is the persona. I've always gone with that. So Smallville was great for me. Lois and Clark was great for me. The original Superman series were fantastic. This one was really, really good. If you've never seen it, I will just actually talk about this one in a second. Shazam, actually, I remember Shazam, and I remember ISIS too, right? Would come on like after it, because there's a couple actors that played Shazam throughout that series. The original Captain Marvel, because they were brutal. I got the series now, and he was like, it was no happy-go-lucky Captain Marvel there. He was like more of the let's kill as many villains as possible. So Superboy here was a series was created by the Selkins, who created the original Superman films with Christopher Reeve. They wanted to branch out, and they wanted to make a Superboy series. They used a lot of the effects that were used in the film. Because it was the Selkins, they had the fantastic Superman music that was in the original films, and they hired John James Newton to play the role of Clark Kent and Superboy. This would be the years when Superboy was going into college, and this was a really fun, really different show. They used a lot more of the cartoony villains in the show, and at the time that wasn't used a lot. Now in the first season though, they don't do too many of the cartoon style villains. They're actually trying to go in a more, it's hard to say this, but a more grounded way, right? So this is pretty much the dark. And as you can see, if you're a fan of the movie, God, what's the name of it now? Anyway, that's Stacey Hadiak, and of course, she's. I actually do have the 1948 one here somewhere. I can't remember where it's at, but I got the Batman one, Superman one. No, I don't. No, I got the Batman ones. I got the Batman serials, but I don't have Superman serials yet. But anyway, he had a little bit of a drunk driving. Now, Stacey Hadiak was in Luther the Geek, where you see much of Stacey Hadiak. So if you don't have that vinegar syndrome, seriously recommend it. She is super hot and super good in that one. And she is Lana Lang. So this would be him as Superboy, well, as Clark Kent, and there would be his roommate. His roommates would change. He would have like this roommate would be for this season only, and if he kind of looks familiar, that's probably because you remember him from like Weird Science. But the second season got Christopher Gerard, who was a uber Superman fanatic. He was a fanboy. He was like me. So he took over a lot as he started to do it. He made the character more like the Chris Reeve character in the movies. He also he also wrote a lot, like, and directed and became a huge part of the behind the scenes part of the series. So you got to see a lot more characters. You got like to see Metallo and some darker stuff, some like 2 and 3 parters. I think one of my favorite movie going memories, Superman wise, was seeing. I saw the first one in theater, but Superman 2. That one just stands out to me because I'd seen it in the theater, and I think it was about so many months later. For a treat, what they did is my school brought in. We had the CED disc of Superman 2, and they brought it in to the gym, and we all watched it, and it was like seeing it again with my friends who hadn't seen it was an amazing experience. It was incredible. And I also remember back in the day, you look in comic books, and you could actually buy, like, you could actually send money in and buy, like, part of the Superman film. To, get a part of the money, get a part of the rights to the film, like get some money from it. And that was incredible. Crowdfunding, way back, and it was crowdfunding through comic books. Oh, that sucks. See the endless opening credits. But no, you guys, if you haven't seen this, definitely check it out. First season is good. Second season is much better because they have a better Lex Luthor. And you can see the darker aspect and kind of like the more grown-up aspect then come into the second season when this happens. So basically, Lex Luthor in the first season of The Adventures of Superboy is kind of like a preppy guy, and he does like kind of white collarish, really college crimes, little things, right? So at the end of the first season, it all goes out. It all goes off the rails. He loses his hair, and he's got this guy that's been with him the entire time, his friend type of thing. In the beginning of the second season, Superboy, the actor Sherman Howard, who was like a comedic actor but a really good actor, could do the kind of like he could cross the line. He could thread the line between like comedy and being really dark, and it shows right away because what he does first is he's much older than the actor that plays Lex before, and the way they explain it is that Lex pretty much transferred his brain, his consciousness, into this scientist that has this invention that he hopes can kill Superman. Now the scientist doesn't want to kill Superman, but this is what Lex does. He puts himself in that body. He goes there because Lex is a wanted man. What we see early on, I think at the end of the first episode, or somewhere within the first episode, we see that Lex has gotten so over the top, villain-wise, so angry, so pissed that he murdered his best friend. He murders his best friend. He kills him, and we watch him. We kind of watch him die. It was really, really well done, and it, you know, stamps Lex as a serious threat. This isn't the guy with this isn't the preppy Lex from before. No, this Lex is angry, and he's psychotic, and he will kill. And it doesn't matter if you're his friend or you're his enemy, whatever happens. As for Superman Returns, because I saw the question back there, I was actually I thought it was fairly good. Not my favorite, but it is my favorite, like, Superman after, like, for on the big screen after Christopher Reeve. They picked really well with Brandon Routh. He was so much like Christopher Reeve. It was insane. Some people thought he was putting on Christopher Reeve style of, like, you know, to be more like him because he was playing Superman. However, that wasn't the case. If you've ever seen Brandon Routh acting in anything else, he does have that kind of earnest likability even when he's playing bad guys. So the fact that they chose him for Superman, I just like the line for Superman. Hey Andy, welcome. Orange juice with lots of pulp. I'm a lots of pulp guy as opposed to, like, no pulp. It just doesn't seem right with no pulp. So, we've been there for 26 minutes. So do you guys want to see around the room? For newcomers who haven't been in there before. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to give you, like, a little tour around this room. And if you guys have any questions about any shows or anything that you want to look at, Pulp Fiction, then what we'll do. Well, that was kind of like from the comic book, Sasha. So you're not going to see me for a bit, so it's going to be a pleasant sojourn. All right, so let's start up at the top. Right at the very top here. So my favorite anime of all time is right there, guys. It is Robotech. I'm a huge Robotech fan. And yes, I'm not going to lie, I do really like the Power Rangers. I like the series. I thought it was super cool and cheesy. I'm a Sentai fan. Of course, as you can tell, you know, a lot of the things that a lot of, like, people my age watch, I watched as well. Transformers. I love Beast Wars. That was really cool. Haven't really gotten into Beast Machines, but that one I do like. Farscape is a fantastic show. If you have not seen it, please see it. And also, one of the treats of this show, there is a Looney Tunes animated episode of Farscape that has to be seen to be believed. It's really, really good. Up next is The Land of the Lost. Again, it's the original series, not the crappy movie that came afterwards. Murder, She Wrote, I've always been a huge fan of. Wolf, you just gained cool points for for liking Farscape. It's my better half's favorite sci-fi show. There's, of course, the classic Twin Peaks, the complete series, and this is my Twilight Zone box set. There's my Matlock and Cracker, because I really love English shows. Now, things aren't put into, like, great order, so I apologize ahead of time for that. So there's, like, some of my Hunter, the Mad Men, which was a show that I really enjoyed. Airwolf, the first 3 seasons, and one of these days I'll get the 4th season, even though I kind of don't think it counts. Chuck is one I really liked, and that's where Brandon Routh can be seen as a bad guy, by the way. This is my better half's collection of Stargate, which she had before she met me. As you can see, I'm a big fan of, like, stuff like I got The Prisoner, the original series. I actually didn't mind the miniseries that came in afterwards. That's all 3 seasons of the original Star Trek on Blu-ray. I've got the first 4 seasons of The Next Generation. The Avengers, The Saint. That's, of course, Secret Agent Man, which is the, the prequel series to The Prisoner. So down here, you're going to see some different stuff. There's Beauty and the Beast. That was a newer series that came out. There's Dune and Children of Dune, which were actually really good. Carol Burnett, Rich Man, Poor Man was the first kind of like miniseries. There's Swamp Thing, which is the original Swamp Thing series with and actually starred the guy from the films as well, which was actually kind of cool. And of course, where's it at? One of the shows that really influenced me growing up was Wayne and Schuster. So if you've never seen Wayne and Schuster, definitely look him up. There is Soap, CSI New York. So, as you can see, some of these are out of order here. Little Britain, there's V. I grew up like loving V. And you can see there's a, James isn't here today, but if he was, he'd see my Mystery Science Theater, the Turkey Day collection, and the 20th anniversary edition. And one of my favorite later shows is Carnival. Let's do this right. Yeah, I know. I don't have those though. See, there is the Twilight Zone. That's season 1. I got 2 seasons of the originals and 3 seasons of Vampire Diaries. So there's Femme Fatales. The show only lasted 2 seasons. As you can see, there's my soaps that I love coming through. There's Tales of the Unexpected. It's the first season of that. I got some else reviews. I'll show you actually. So it's Millennium, Roswell, the full series, Profiler, Chronicles of Narnia. There's The Fugitive, the complete series. This one right here, which you guys would probably know, which is, if you saw it, is the Star Trek the Animated Series. Oh, I wish I was there this Saturday, man. I would totally go to that. I got to tell my kids, since they live in Halifax. Now down here you can see I'm a bit of a Supernatural fan. I haven't bought any more seasons till the show ends, just cause. Rebus, I'm a huge fan of Rebus. And that's the original Rebus. You didn't like to think of it? I actually... Oh, I was going to say... Yeah, actually, I did like that. I got Blake 7. That's out with my Doctor Who stuff in the other room. You've seen this one already, so I'm not going to spend... You're just reading Rebus now? They're actually pretty good books. So down here, I got Jonathan Creek, which my UK viewers are sure to know. First 2 seasons of Veronica Mars, which I really like. McLeod. The Knight Rider remake show, spin-off sequel show, whatever. Will and Grace from A Better Half. Endgame, which was actually shot in Halifax. Scrubs. You can see more of my Sentai stuff right here. Night Gallery, Tales from the Dark Side, Mr. Show, which is one of my favorite skit shows. Of course, The Musketeer, if you want to see like a really good Peter Capaldi bad guy. Down here is my CSI stuff. 87th Precinct, the Ed McBain series. And Murder 1, I actually like that. The first season's way better than the second season though. Primetime Crime, which is basically, if you don't have this one, that's actually pretty neat. It's like Stephen J. Cannell shows that got canceled. And they're complete runs of his shows that got canceled. So that's actually really cool. A couple seasons of Elementary there. Blind Spot, the first season of that. SWAT is here, the original season. Chips, and of course, the Rookie, season 1. Mannix, Wise Guy, the complete for. I'm really big fan of Wise Guy. Streets of San Francisco, NYPD Blue, The Pretender, Mike Hammer. Over here we got extras in The Office, Law and Order. Early edition was actually pretty cool. I got all the seasons of Fringe, but I just got 3 of them put here right now. The complete Bionic Woman. Oh, actually, NYPD Blue is one of the shows that's been really hard for me to find. But I do like the series. Eventually, I'll get them all. You can see like Max Headroom, Knight Rider, Buck Rogers, The Complete Stanford and Sons, a couple seasons of Perot, The Pretenders, Boston Legal, The Mod Squad, Wonder Falls. Unfortunately, didn't last long enough. Nightmares and Dreamscapes, Jake the Fat Man. We see like a couple Alfred Hitchcock. My entire Dukes of Hazzard here. And, you know, people ask, so there's the, let's see if it's there, the first 2 seasons of Hill Street Blues, which you just asked about. Yep, that's the U.S. Septone. I've only been able to find the first 2 seasons of Hill Street Blues so far. Now down here, you're going to notice it's a little different. Peep Show is one of my favorite British shows. There's The Munsters right next to it. And The In-Betweeners, another one I like. And Downton Abbey. I Dream of Jeannie, the complete series. We have some seasons of Tales from the Crypt. You can also notice there I've got some 8mm films. Some are in like film reel things like this. Streets of San Francisco? Yeah, I actually am a huge fan. I've only managed to get the first one so far of that. But I'm on the lookout for more. And as you can see, these down here, these are 8mm as well. You know, Abner Costello, Woody Woodpecker, just Hopalong Cassidy. And for, if I got any retro gaming fans here, I got things like, you know, Friday the 13th, the game on the NES. I got like a few different ones, and I got some, you can't really see them, it's kind of dark there, but I got some Super NES games in the background there as well. And of course, there's my basketball, which when I want to write and I can't do it, or I want to make a video and I just not feeling it sometimes, what I'll do is I'll go like shooting baskets, kind of just like dribbling. So I'm going to sweep over what I'm going to show you guys after, which is this, but I'll go right over to the shows. So we got Married with Children, the Lone Ranger box set. I'm super proud of that one. It was one of the first things I bought once I started recollecting films. The complete Get Smart, Space 1999, which gave many people nightmares as kids, and me included. Love this show. Next up, of course, is Stargate Atlantis. Looking at me, Brian, you're not going to see me as a sports guy. You know, I watched wrestling growing up. I played, you know, I was never like into like a lot of team sports or anything like that. Hey, B Movie Archives, but you know, I played some like normal stuff. Football, soccer, every once in a while, that type of thing. But mostly just with my friends. I was never like a... Actually, that's kind of neat. Hold on, let me take that down for you. I'll take it down after. It's got like the dragon egg on it. So that's Lost in Space, Equalizer, which was a fantastic show, Burn Notice. And over there is the Larry Sanders Show, which I think was fantastic. Here you can see I got Red Dwarf, Charmed, lots of Beverly Hills 90210, rest in peace, Luke Perry. Let's move some of this over here so you guys can see Heroes, First and 10. There's Mad About You, House, Walking Tall, this complete series. Oh, I love cop shows, man. Sherlock Holmes, the Peter Cushing one, and of course there's Greatest American Hero. I actually have the... Now coming over here, you're going to get to see a lot of stuff that I really love is my Magnum PI. I got the complete Magnum PI, complete Starsky and Hutch, complete A-Team, complete 21 Jump Street, and its spin-off series Booker. Unfortunately, the TV series Booker with Richard Grieco had a really great theme song. Actually, I used to have them all here, but I'll explain that after. There was the song Billy Idol's Hot in the City, but they couldn't get the licensing right for the... So they gave like a really bad like theme song for the release. Miami Vice, my grandmother's favorites. Really, how young are you, man? Starman, of course, and this is the later 2002 Twilight Zone with Forrest Whitaker. Now you get into some more of my... Oh, I remember Cop Rock. I need to get that one actually. Is that one available? There's Rawhide, Gunsmoke, Bonanza, The Gene Autry Show, Young Guns, The Magnificent Seven, the complete series. There's Rat Patrol. What you shadowing? It's different on yours. Michael Mann didn't do the A-Team, I don't think, but it was done. The Walking Tall, the Bullets of Vincent. Yeah, that's a TV show. Actually, they did like 3 movies and they did a TV show. Robert Englund's one of the bad guys in the first episode. Sliders, which is one of my favorite shows I mentioned when I first came on air. Crime Stories, another one I really like. Cobra, which is a Michael Dudikoff series. The first 2 seasons of True Detective. 3rd season's not done yet, I don't think. The Electric Company. Sesame Street. The horrific Joni Loves Chachi. That's the complete series. Republic of Dial. Actually got that twice, as you'll see in a second. This is my Canadiana like one. So we got Tech War, Beastmasters. Oh yeah, I got Fugitive, man. Due South, Republic of Dial. There you go. I don't have the original Night Stalker now. I wish I did, actually. I used to have it. SCTV, Poltergeist, FX the series, both seasons. Sci Factor, the complete series. Warehouse 13, I'm missing one season. This is the Mr. Dress Up. And there's the complete original Degrassi series. First season of Haven. Temps Mort was actually a series in, I think, shot in Montreal. Lost Girl. I met the people who did Temps Mort, actually. They're really nice. Mysterious Island, Sinbad, Orphan Black. I need the last season of that, or the first. Which season do I need? Yeah, I got season 2, 3, and 4. I need the first season. And Da Vinci's Inquest. I wish it was, actually. I really do need to get Deadwood. At the time that I had Deadwood, I had the complete series. I had bought a box of movies off of this guy, and I was we had a smaller apartment, so I was getting rid of some. I didn't know which ones to get rid of. And one of the ones that I ended up getting rid of was Deadwood, and I regretted it immediately afterwards. So I need to get it back. It's a damn good show. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Hercules. I think I'm missing a season. I think there's season 6, right? I got a season of Xena, and then I got like one of the cheap seasons, but I want all of the Anchor Bay seasons of Xena. So there is, between me and you, Wolf, we got them. And they're doing a new series for Orphan Black, so that's actually kind of cool. So there we got McMillan Wife, the complete series. At the end, Susan St. James wanted. I know, I love Beachcombers, man. I grew up with that. You got the full Cena, like the real, like these ones. Like these are really cool, super cool. This one is kind of like just the cheap version. So Susan St. James said, I want more money, or I'm not coming back to McMillan Wife. So the last season is called McMillan. Just saying. God's Not Dead. Where did that come from? Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. I'm missing a couple of that. This is the complete series for Young Indiana Jones, which I really did like. I really love the fact that there's these History Channel documentaries on each disc talking about stuff. Now we got some like my animation stuff here, stuff like Metapocalypse, which I was not actually a huge fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. But there's stuff here like C-Lab, the Venture Brothers, who were hilarious. Black Dynamite, the first season. I got Fresh Prince. I've actually got the full Fresh Prince here. Yep, Kevin Sorbo's Hercules. Oh yeah, you're right. God's Not Dead. Okay. Kevin Sorbo I actually met in real life. He's actually a really, really nice guy. Freaks and Geeks, one of my favorites. True Calling, I managed to finally get the full series of that. I love that show. I really was pissed when it went off the air. But it was a fantastic one. Keeping Up Appearances, Files of War, I got to get the rest of that. I got some these are some animations, some French animation, which I'm using. My better half loves that stuff, and it's just, I want to use it too, like learn French. The Golden Girls, because everybody's got to have the Golden Girls in their collection. So thank you for being a friend. Pretender, that's the films, I think. Is that the films? Yeah, that's the films. And now we'll see some other stuff down here. So around here, you're going to see more. Let's see if I can do this right. Stuff like, oops, gonna slip. Some more of the, the animation, Muppet Show, Spiro Fantasio. Why the UK released of Deadwood? Banachek, yeah, I used to watch Banachek when I was a kid. I've never seen it since, though. But I got the last couple seasons of Fringe on Blu-ray, and this is not this Fringe. This is actually a wrestling one. As you can see, there's some Columbo. I actually have the complete Columbo series here. Right here is Mission Impossible. I love the original Mission Impossible. I have that, and there's a couple seasons like Star Trek shows there. That's the Star Trek original series when they did the remastered box sets. This is the first season of Enterprise when they put it out. You can see I got the second remastered box set right here, sealed because I really don't need to open it. Quantum Leap. I've only got one season of Quantum Leap. Did I go buy it there somewhere and didn't really notice it? So there's the L Word, which was a really good show. Not sure if you can see it there, but there's House, Fresh Prince. I got all the Fresh Prince here. This is Barnaby Jones by a Quinn Martin production, which I was actually a huge, huge fan of. I grew up watching Barnaby Jones, and when I went to college, used to show it. The Wire is actually upstairs, so I do have The Wire. Traders is another Canadian TV show. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. As you can see, I'm also got... I don't have Space yet. I love Space. Thunderbirds down here, and of course the first season of the Zeta Project, which is a spin-off of the Batman animated series that not enough people know about. Some Robot Chicken here. I got Ironside, which you can see I got at $1M. Actually, I was really stoked about that. Once Upon a Time, seasons 1 and 2. Now that the series is completed, I can buy the rest. I don't have Relic Hunter yet, actually. And that is one that's missing from it, because you know I got a Canadiana collection. You know I need to have Relic Hunter. Over here you can see I got the complete Three's Company, the complete Hogan's Heroes, the complete Bewitched. This is my Friday the 13th set, which I've shown in some videos. If you can see there, that is my complete X-Files collection. I'm going to dive in over here, and right here, kind of working as a doorstop right now so the kitty cats don't come in here, this room, is Hawaii Five-0. That's the complete original series. That is a very, very heavy one. Now that you've seen that, this is pretty much my room with a lot of the meaty stuff. So I won't open that there because I want to get flagged. But this one here is the Friday the 13th, the video game action figure. If you open it up, it plays the video game music when Jason appears. I unfortunately don't have TV's Highlander series. I used to own it when I was up in Ottawa, but it got stolen on me, and I never got it back. Was never to find it again. I don't actually have Seinfeld. I really do like Seinfeld. So as you can see, there's some extra stuff there. Like, I'm trying to move this here a bit. So this is a poster for a horror film, and actually that's signed by the entire cast and director and all that. Right hidden behind there, I got to put that up somewhere. But that is a. Here we go. Oh, I love Veronica Mars. This is a original piece of artwork by Ty Templeton, who drew the Batman the Animated Series comic book. See, there's a lot of like DVDs, like VHS here. I don't have like much when it comes to reality shows. I'll be honest, I'm not much of a reality show person. It's never been my thing, right? Now, when Blockbuster closed up, I grabbed all of these back-end cards. So sometime I'll go through my entire like Disney VHS collection. Like not anytime soon, because my Disney Treasures one still hasn't broken 200, and I'm actually was pretty bummed on that one, actually. So the Newlywed Game was a game that was given to us. I got some of them bears. One that I'm really proud of, the Disney one I'm super proud of, let's see, is I managed to find The Watcher in the Woods. And that was like one that freaked me out when I was younger with, Betty Davis. I like that one a lot. So I managed to find that one. Perfect Blue is actually coming out on like, hey, Tire Collector, welcome back, dude. I went to check it afterward to make sure what's subbed to your channel, because I watch a lot of your videos. So this is Perfect Blue. This is actually Scream Factory, Shout Factory are putting this out. This is a really good like thriller anime. If you haven't checked it out, it's one to definitely check out. It's cool. It's a different anime. It's not a hentai type or anything like that. No, this is a pretty serious. It is a thriller. It is like a almost like a Fatal Attraction, a stalking type of one. It's done really well. This here is my. When somebody asked about this, this is one of the 2 mystery machines that I own, and let's see if I can open it up here just for you guys to see. How's this open again, guys? You remember? Maybe I can't open up for you guys to see. But you can see there's Shag and Scoob in the front. And Can I get this damn thing open? Here. Let's pretend I did this really cool and all casual like. So when you open it up, the discs are in here like this. They were like kind of paper like that. So when we had a chance to get a second one, just have like a backup copy of it, we did that. We got a second one of it. So I gotta put you somewhere safe, Mr. Machine. Hey, Sarah Lightshot, welcome back, dude. Hey, hope your birthday went well. We're in the secret room. I don't have the Terminator head box set. I've seen that. It looks so cool, though. Not sure if anybody cares or not, but here's my modest collection of some games that I have downstairs, like Uncharted 4, WA 2K16, not a great one, Grand Theft Auto 5, Dragon Ball 2 Xenoverse, because I'm a huge fan, and of course, you know, some of my PS2 stuff. I got the Return to Oz one, you know, I got like a few of these, a couple of these here as well, like Predators, like the reaction set one, and I've got one of like Daniel Larissa. I do have PlayStation and a couple guitars for when we play Guitar Hero. If you watch my horror videos and stuff like that, you'll notice that these are the masks that I sometimes wear in those. This is a really good Scream mask that actually came with the Scream box set that I had. This is the original Orphan Killer mask. Before they were mass produced, this was actually made by the director. One of my Lucha Libre masks. Some of them I do, other ones I keep in there. I'm such a baby that way. If I really want to play with them, I got to. Black Swan. Some of the shots, you mean in Perfect Blue? Oh, now I want to rewatch it. I got some Captain Power. I've always wanted to find the Captain Power like figure so I could actually put the VHS in because it works. You can actually like shoot lasers and get shot at. So that's actually kind of cool. A few more of the my better half's a huge fan of Pacific Rim. Don't say that to her. And like a few like some comics and some, and this is kind of neat here. If you're a Red Green fan, which I am, I got the complete series of Red Green upstairs. That's the Possum Poppily. And this is the original like Sloppy Jalopies. I'm a huge fan. I actually fan the Smash Up Derbies. Oh, I have two Lucha Libre masks. There's that one, and there's one that kind of is a Bane-esque looking one, which I can't find right now. But this one here is El Mystico, who would go into like the WWE for a short period of time under another name. Of course, you got to have Viewmaster. Oh, did you really, man? Andy, I'm so jealous. And I'm not joking at all. This is one of the during one of the Star Wars movies, you get these like 3D glasses with like stormtroopers. Over. Oh, here we go. Here is my other Lucha Libre mask, which does kind of look Bane-esque if you really look at it. I don't have the Total Recall TV series, so I did actually kind of like that. You can see there's a Freddy glove down there below as well. A lot of stuff that I got to get like put away and put in different places. But this, we clip. Oops. Here we go. That is my movie library. Well, sorry, my TV room, my secret room. That's a quick look at that and its media portion. Things I haven't got into, like I've got like my Laserdisc here. I've got my retro games here as well. The different 8mm that I got here. And there's still like some stuff even behind. Hey, right on. I wanted to finally get into like to doing this because this is a room that I actually come to a lot, and it seemed a shame that you guys hadn't seen it yet. pretty much because I came there before, and it's still fairly messy, but I come here a lot because I watch a lot of these. Like between movies, I actually watch a lot of TV. Already, I'm not gonna have this much storage space, and more really. I think everything went like froze up on me, which isn't too bad because it froze up on me after I finished the tour. So I do have like one or two of the Voltron tins. I'd have to look and see which one I got. I actually got one or two of them. I can't remember what colors they are. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can. But this is frozen up. So if you guys can hear me, I want to say thank you for coming into this, with me on the and doing this tour, and hopefully this goes well. I would like to do more videos in here, and I'll focus on like maybe certain things, certain TV shows. We can talk more. Like we talked a lot about Superman today. We can deep dive into some of that stuff and some of the shows that you like. It can be like anything from like, it can be a Fringe to a Supernatural to a Twin Peaks or whatever, or even a UK type of show. So it's frozen right now, and I can see like the viewers are kind of like sliding off when at the frozen part. I can't blame them for that. But thank you guys so much for coming in today. I am Aaron. You guys are the Movie Club, and for coming in today, you know you get special secret room status, which some people didn't get because they didn't get in here. But thank you so much, guys. Every one of you guys out there, have a fantastic evening. And although I'm frozen right now, I can promise you it's not like Tom Baker and Shadow. I can actually escape from this, and I'll get out of this time loop. You guys have a great evening. You're the Movie Club. You're awesome, and I will see you guys next time.